I'm not going to say much about the OU game because everybody watched it and they saw it wasn't pretty. We weren't happy with the outcome. We weren't happy with the performance. Thought the kids did play hard. They played to the final whistle, but we just didn't do anything well. It was just one of those games where when it rains it pours. We couldn't get anything right. Shoot, even picked up a penalty on one of Oklahoma's long pass plays, and the official runs right over Case McCoy. So we pick up a 15-yarder on that. Case wasn't even on the field. So it was one of them games where everything that you try to do doesn't go your way. And then to add to that, we had Brandon Moore go down. Really could have been a really bad deal, the bad injury, and we took all precautionary measures, and we're really glad that he's okay. We hope that he gets back to full health soon, and that was our utmost concern at that point in the game. I mean, football is one thing, but the health of a young man, a 22-year-old man, is really important. And we felt for him. We were hoping he was okay, and at the same time, we were trying to finish a game in which we played so poorly. We didn't do anything well. I thought offensively we looked like we were in a shell the whole time. I don't know what Brian was doing up there, but he didn't do a good job. I'm not going to sit here and say that we're perfect by any means, but it was a horrible performance, just absolutely treacherous. Don't know what we didn't flip the playbook. We didn't flip the page till about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It seemed like we didn't do anything good, and we let Oklahoma get set up defensively, and we'd take our sweet time, and then we'd run a little play, and it looked like we were going at half speed, and Oklahoma's playing twice the speed of fast, and it was horrible. We didn't take care of the ball. We turned it over. We had interceptions. We had fumbles, and it was just a game in which all the things that you've got to do to win, we didn't do. And defensively, we missed tackles again, and we were out of position at times, and receivers were dropping balls on offense. We need a yard. We can't get a yard. We get a safety in the end zone, and just little bitty things. These are things that you learn in high school football, and we're not doing them right now. So it's partially on us as coaches. We're doing everything we can. We're trying to get the most out of these guys, and we're trying to get them to produce. And at the same time, we're going out and we didn't prepare, I guess, like we needed to. I thought we just came out flat against a team that will absolutely crush you. I've been here for 15 years now, and I've lost 9 times to Oklahoma. So that doesn't speak well for me. I said earlier in the week, last week, how do you keep your job at Texas? Well, you beat Oklahoma. Well, I've been pretty lucky to keep it for 15 years because I've only beat them 6 times. I only beat Stoops 5, so we hadn't done a good job at that, and it's the biggest game of the year. It receives the most hype, and every year I don't think we come out any flatter than you think we could. I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and we were not happy. We were embarrassed. There were guys after the game. I told them, I said, look, we need a reality check right now. I said, you need to go home tonight, and you need to look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to say, where are we going? Half the season's over. We're 4-2. I said, do we want to go up? Do we want to improve upon 8-5 last year? We're gonna regress back down to 5-7 because there's only one game on this schedule that looks winnable, and that's Kansas right now. I mean, when you look at it, it's going to be tough sledding. Next 6 games are not going to be easy, and we're going to find out a lot about us as men, as athletes, as characters, as coaches, and as individuals. And we're going to figure it out together. We're tired of talking about it every week. I think the players, maybe more so than the coaches, we get tired of saying the same things every week, week in, week out. We missed tackles, we missed blocks, we didn't catch the ball, we did this, we did that. Well, let's start doing it. Let's stop talking about it and start doing it. That's the challenge I gave to the guys after the game. And I've tried to do a good job of motivating them, and I guess me clapping a lot doesn't help. And the one time I got pissed off today, I got out on the field and I threw the headset down on the ground and immediately picked it up. Well, what does that prove? That's the only thing I do when I get mad. I get angry and I throw my headset and I pick it right back up. It's like I rehearse it. I've done the same thing since I've been here, and change is something that I guess my generation doesn't like to accept. Well, I've got to start changing some things, or we're gonna go down real fast, and it's not going to be pretty. And losing games in this fashion don't ever help you. And honestly, I've not been much more embarrassed with the team, with the program as I am right now today. So what we can do is we've got to move on and forget about it because it's over. It's a loss. Whether we lost by 3 like we did against West Virginia or lost by 6 touchdowns like we did against Oklahoma, it's a loss. And we're 4-2, and we got to move forward. We're playing a Baylor team that probably didn't perform like they wanted to last week either. You know, they lose to TCU, and a team that I think most would say that they thought they were going to have a rough year, losing their quarterback, and then their backup comes in and he just dominates, and they win by 4 touchdowns in Waco. So Baylor loses a home game by 4 touchdowns, and you look across the conference, and Texas Tech beats West Virginia. West Virginia is the 5th-ranked team in the country, and they get beat like a drum. So every week you understand how important wins are, and you when you win a game, you've got to enjoy it. You've got to celebrate it because they're hard to come by, and they're really hard to come by when you're here at Texas because we don't put our players in position to win. We recruit some of the best players in the country, all around the state. We've got the talent, we've got the athletes. We can't get an ounce of energy out of them. I don't know what we're doing. So we got to figure out what we're going to do as coaches, because if, like I said, it's going to get bad in a hurry, and we understand that, and we know we've had enough people tell us. So we've got to go back to work. We got to figure this thing out.